So, remember when we said, like, in 2021 we'd start posting more consistently? Here's like 2 years later, our first episode since September 2021. Welcome to GooseQuack, guys!
Sorry. I kind of
Alright.
forgot.
Yeah, really. So, welcome to our season 2, episode 1 of GooseQuack podcast.
Yay.
We're joined with a couple people, so we're gonna go around and say our names and our favorite thing we have done. I'll start at our favorite thing. Hello, favorite show that we've done. Haha.
I can imply what the thing is.
Yeah, you know.
I cannot explain my excitement right now.
He's very hyped. Okay,
Yes.
so I'm Jay. I'm one of the co-founders of GooseQuack, and my favorite show that I've done, I have two. I have Anything Goes and Godspell. Anyone want to go next? Jack,
Come
go.
on. Hi, my name is Jack. I am another co-founder of GooseQuack, and my favorite show is definitely Les Miserables.
Yeah.
Hey, you know
So
what, Melanie?
good.
You go next, so there's no dead air.
Okay, my name is Melanie, and my
Yo,
favorite
for real?
show was Godspell.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So iconic. All right, Chloe.
My name is Chloe. My favorite show I've done is Big Fish.
Yeah.
Such legend, Chloe Peterson. Wait, I get.
Guys, welcome the Chloe Peterson to GooseQuack. Wait, what happened? Why are y'all laughing?
I don't know.
Because I am.
That's so real. Okay, Amanda, last but not least.
Hi, I'm Amanda, and my favorite show I've done is actually Tarzan.
Yes, Slade.
Nice.
So,
Awesome.
how fun is this, guys? Right?
Yeah.
We have.
Oh,
we're
also,
in our moment.
I do want to say one thing though.
Okay.
This is our first GooseQuack episode without Josh Menzel. Can you believe that?
So sad.
I know.
It's been so long, I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm pretty sure
He-
only Chloe knows who that is.
Yeah.
He aged out in 2019.
Yeah, he did a while ago. His last show was Music Man, right?
Or year. Yeah, pretty
Mhm.
sure it's Music Man.
Cool. Well,
Yeah.
speaking of
Yeah.
shows, we just want to give a good congratulations to High School Musical. They just finished their show. They're
Yeah,
probably
they
still doing
did.
strike right now.
They are
we're
while we're
recording
recording
this.
this.
So yeah, congratulations to HSM. We're gonna get more into
Woo.
that in our episode where we go over like some of the
It's
fall
like
shows that
our
happened.
fall in review type deal.
Yeah. We have a few more congratulations before we really start. First off, congratulations to Daniel Miller. We have another CYT Houston alumni that is on Broadway. He is currently in the show Harmony.
Wait, hold on. who was
We
the
are very
first
proud
one?
of him.
Who was
What?
the other one? Who was the other one?
There was somebody else. I don't know what her name is.
Oh
but
no,
there,
it's the girl
there
who
was somebody
the wife.
else.
She was the wife in Greatest Showman. I'm pretty sure she was a CYT person,
Sure.
not
The
Houston.
woman who played Carrie?
I just know that
Yeah,
Daniel's
pretty
not
sure.
the first. That's all. That I know.
Yeah.
But yeah, congrats to
And
Daniel.
then-
We're all very proud.
And then our second congrats goes to the icon legend star Chloe Peterson. She just finished up.
Yay.
She just finished up Sweeney Todd at Tuts. Big main stage show. It was absolutely amazing, and we're
I
so
wanted
proud
to
of you
see
for that.
it.
It was so
But
good.
I'm kind of in Oklahoma, so
Yeah,
I know.
he's kind of sick.
My
by the
birth
way.
state.
yeah.
All
Me and
right,
Melanie are only 20 minutes away from each other right now.
that's true.
That's so cool.
Yeah, but Oklahoma
So-
sucks.
How are you guys enjoying the wheat
Oklahoma
and
does not
cows
suck.
and nothing else?
Sorry, say that again.
How are y'all enjoying the wheat and the cows and nothing else?
Oh,
There are more stuff than weed and cows.
Yeah, it's
Said,
two colleges.
Wheat.
Weed
It's the
and
field
cows.
of the wheat.
Yes.
WHEAT.
Not WEED. Maybe a tumbleweed, but not the other one.
Okay, let's.
There are definitely other kinds of weed.
Okay,
Okay.
before this podcast gets shut down on the first episode, let's start. Let's start going over the thing we did. I don't know.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
our last episode of the podcast 2 years ago, we were just finishing up Newsies, and we talked about that in our last
Yeah.
podcast.
Lots happened
And-
since then. We've had a whole
and-
season. We had multiple
seasons.
summer stocks and everything. I changed my name. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
I hear you being called your other name. The other one, I'm like, that's weird now.
that's not right.
Because, Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But at the end of last episode, we both me and Jay said that we were absolutely, positively not doing SpongeBob, and then we ended
Surprise.
up both doing SpongeBob. So
And
wait, so
if you didn't see that show, I played Mr. Krabs and Jack played Patrick, and
yeah,
the icon legend star icon again, Royce Reed, starred
yeah.
as SpongeBob SquarePants.
I was just about to say, like, do not forget that the Royce Reed played SpongeBob
The
SquarePants.
Royce Reed.
Yeah, he did. Wait, so Jay, you said you weren't doing SpongeBob. Why did you end up doing it?
Girl, it was almost 2 years ago. I do not remember.
I remember mine. Mine was very specific.
I just think I needed a break, and then I saw who was signed up for SpongeBob. I'm like, okay, now I can't resist it. So I decided to go for SpongeBob, and why not? And it was a really fun show.
I feel like it's a continuous cycle for you. It's like, I'm not doing this show. I'm taking a break. Caesar's a part of it. Signs up for show.
Yeah.
Says he'll take a break next season.
True.
Yeah,
and then
I can't
and then never
vouch.
does. Yeah, mine was very specific. Okay, I wasn't necessarily like quote unquote trying out for the show, but there was a certain thing called the what was it called? The Foley artist. The Foley artist fish.
Oh
And
yeah.
I saw that was a thing, and I was like, maybe I won't be like a cast member in the show. Maybe I'll try for like this Foley artist fish so I can like use my percussion skills in a CYT show because I never done that before. And so
And then you
I
got
did it, but
Patrick.
like, but they told me, they were like, if you want to be the Foley artist fish, you also need to do an actual audition. And I was like, okay, sure,
Wonderful.
yeah. And I went in there, like, did the audition and everything, and they told me I had to do callbacks as well for some reason. I don't know why. And then I did the Foley artist fish audition. It was just me and Mia. But yeah, I did it, and then I got callbacks. Finished callback day, and then we get
fish.
and then we get a text from the show coordinator being like, "Hey, so if we want to cast Jack in the show, is that fine?" And I was like, "Fine, yeah, sure." And then I was Patrick.
Yep.
Fine, okay.
We
Yeah.
played back in 2022. I vividly remember it. We were playing Jackbox, and we played TKO. And my thing, no, it wasn't TKO. It was Champed Up, and my topic was
Oh my God.
the champion of missing out. And I put Jack with a pair of Mickey ears that was captioned, "I love missing Tech Week."
Oh my
So-
God, that's a perfect segue, because the reason that I said I wasn't doing SpongeBob was not because I needed a break, but because my band was going to Disney World like the week of Tech Week.
And
But
then
they said they were fine with it. So
And then there was another thing that happened in SpongeBob that we all figured out that we were all very sad about. That's actually next in the script that Jack just wrote. So
what?
It's next after SpongeBob.
Oh yeah, that thing.
Jack lived in Doha, Qatar for a year.
So I think this might surprise you guys, because like, wait, do you guys know like around the time when I told you guys I was moving?
It was like
Yes.
during SpongeBob.
I literally
Well, it
found
was-
out after Lion King. So
I thought it was in like January when I told you guys.
I found
Yeah,
out
it
in
was
the
like
New York
mid-SpongeBob.
airport.
I found out whenever I learned, hey, he's on the plane to Doha right now, because
Oh,
I wasn't in CYT yet. Whatever.
yeah, I know you were. Yeah, okay.
I came up.
Yeah, so I actually figured out near the beginning of December. I was in my room, forgot what I was doing, but like they told me to come into the living room, and then they were just like, "So how do you feel about the American School of Doha?" And a part of me was like, "Yeah, I'm moving overseas again." And part of myself was like, "Oh no, it's my senior year." So I was both happy and scared at the same time. For those of you who don't know, I lived in Japan from like 2011 to 2014 ish. And so it was my first time going overseas in about 9 years. So I kind
Crazy.
of couldn't have passed this opportunity up, because like I got to decide if I wanted to go or not. But I got like a month to decide. The hardest decision of my life, believe it or not. But like I chose to go, and like I gave up being drumline captain at my school for it. But it was worth it. It was pretty cool. Don't give me that. For
Oh,
those
for
of
the
you
peop- for the
listening, Jay just showed me an L on the screen.
Yes.
Very, very rude. But yeah,
Just
I figured,
ask Royce to demonstrate when you see him next.
but I was told at the beginning of December, and I was like explicitly told, like, do not tell anybody yet. And so I didn't tell anybody for about probably 3 weeks. So I was at SpongeBob rehearsal. I knew that I was moving, but I didn't tell you guys.
No, I think I was
Until, like-
I was like the only person that knew at that point. But it was the same
True.
night as no, Jack. My mom told me on the worst night possible because she told me the day of promos and character picks.
Oh.
So I was like sitting
Oh.
in the makeup chair, and they're like dyeing my hair red, and I'm like, oh my god, Jack is moving in like 3 months.
Yeah.
And then that same night, you gave me the rainbow playbill hat, and I'm like, stop.
That was the same night?
Same night, so that made it even worse.
I thought I gave you that like 4 or 5 years ago.
No, I wanted it 4 or 5 years ago. You just gave it to me in
Oh.
SpongeBob.
Oh. Well, I don't remember that, do I?
No. Do you
Okay,
ever?
well, I gave him a hat.
You did.
Yeah,
And I still wear it. It's sick.
but
All right.
SpongeBob itself was awesome. One of my
Yes.
favorite shows to date. Top 3 for sure. Yeah, it was amazing because like I love the SpongeBob musical. It's great. Wait, did any
So
of
fun.
you guys see it?
I
Chloe
know.
did, I know that.
I saw
Yeah.
it. It was very good.
Okay.
It was
I
amazing.
didn't know how good CYT shows were yet.
Okay.
Oh yeah. And I
Okay,
mean,
and then Chloe.
honestly, it's depending on if we can. Like, we had a watch party literally a year later.
And I definitely
Yeah.
wasn't there.
Yeah, Jack was literally in Doha when we had our watch party.
I didn't know there was a watch party until 10 seconds ago. So
Oh,
yeah,
Again-
I think
again,
that
I
makes
say.
sense.
Yeah, there's a watch
Stop
party.
giving me those L's.
okay.
So-
So
so
let's
rude.
move on so we don't have a 3-hour podcast.
That's what I was afraid of.
So let's talk
Okay.
about our spring season, where
Yep.
Amanda was. This is her first show. Her first show was Lion King back in 2022,
Yay.
which is
I
almost
was a
2
beautiful
years
lion.
ago.
I was a beautiful
Stop.
tiger.
Yeah, she was the titular role as the tiger, and
Yes, absolutely.
and then me, Melanie, and Jack was also in Lion King. Sorry.
I was
Yeah,
in
he was
Lion
kind of
King
awesome.
because okay. I was in Lion King because I had to be, but I was happy to be in it.
And then
Like,
but me. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, it was my unexpected last UIT show. And like I if it was like any other season I like wasn't moving, I probably wouldn't have done a spring show because I wanted to do Into the Woods really badly. But my band's UIL was one of the show dates. So,
Ooh.
well, there was a possibility that it would be.
And then it
I
wasn't,
learned
and then you
I learned
couldn't.
eventually later, probably around right before Tech Week started for Into the Woods, that it wasn't. So I could have done Into the Woods, but it would have been a risk. So but I'm
Okay.
happy to have done
Yeah.
Lion King though. It was a
But
great last show.
speaking of Into the Woods, me, Chloe, and Melanie were all in Into the Woods.
Yes.
I don't know if you
That was
said
my
it.
brother.
Oh yeah, Will Cruz.
Yes.
Um,
I still love
So
those shows.
since Into the Woods was first, let's talk a bit about it. Who did you guys play in Into the Woods?
Audience
was the
member.
cow.
Oh wait, Melanie, say that again.
Let's go in order.
I was the cow.
And it was
Yes.
iconic.
Along
Chloe,
with,
who did you
uh,
play?
I played
I-
Cinderella.
The cow.
And I
Cinderella.
was Rapunzel's prince in that show.
Mhm.
It was really really fun.
Our
uh,
favorite emo prince.
But at that man, that was one of my best costumes I've ever worn. I had black jeans, a white shirt that I actually got to rip open, and it had like a shirt with an R. Oh, if you're watching this on YouTube, I have a murder goose sweater on in honor. But
We just
it
put
had-
it on before we started.
it had an R, but like the first part of it was the tower, and then the R was the hair coming out of the tower. It was really
Oh.
cool.
Mhm.
But
and then the lovely Chloe played.
Cinderella.
yes, and she ate, she slayed, she devoured.
She was amazing.
Mhm.
And then
It
Melanie
seems like
was
so
the
long ago.
iconic Milky White,
Yes.
the cow
I was
with no
technically
legs.
Milky Way, though. I was technically a milkmaid. So
Oh,
I
yeah, you
wasn't
were the
actually
milk
dressed
lady?
up as a cow.
Mhm.
Yes,
And-
I had a little milk. I had a little cow puppet that I carried with another girl, and we were both milkmaids, and we like showed Milky White's emotions on our faces and stuff. So
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
that's cool.
It was so funny.
Yeah.
It was
I
great.
saw, I
it
saw
was,
it twice.
what I loved about Into the Woods is Miss Lisa, who is an icon. She
Yes.
brought what I loved about our Into the Woods is she brought so much humor to it, which
Yeah,
you
she
can.
did.
Well, there's some Into the Woods that I've seen that are like that just focus on the darkness and the storytelling and whatever. But if you watch it, it's so funny. Like, it's hilarious. There's so many good comedic moments, and you don't see that often. So I found that really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then she added some characters because, you know, originally the cast is like only 20
I
people
guess the cast
Yep.
was too
or
big.
something.
Yeah.
And since
Not
we're
the first time I've heard
UIT
that.
and bigger theater group, we had like 30.
We had like almost 40 people.
Really?
I feel like it was
wow.
more than 40. Or that's what it,
It
felt
was
like.
Definitely not
it was
more than 40.
something.
But
Yeah.
yeah, she added like a bunch of characters. Like there was Hansel and Gretel.
Hansel and Gretel were in there, yeah.
Yeah.
Like wood nymphs or something.
Oh,
we had like
yeah.
the nymphs for the dancers. That was really cool.
Yeah. I'm
and
guessing they just like
then
added like
dancers.
oh my god, I can't speak.
Various?
Various ensemble roles. That's the
Vari-
word I was looking for. Various.
Various.
Look, it's my first time doing this in 2 years. Please don't blame
Oh my
me
gosh.
for this, please.
Yeah, Various.
Okay.
So, Chloe,
get
what was some of your favorite? Okay, English.
See?
What were some of your You infected me. What were some of your favorite moments of Into the Woods?
Oh my gosh, it was so long ago. I have to think. It seems like so long ago. Well, it really wasn't. But let's just say I really loved our set. I
Yes.
really
did
loved
too.
our set.
We had
Because,
turf grass
like,
everywhere.
yeah, in the prologue, there are like 3 different scenes going on, and there were like little houses for each scene. And then Rapunzel's tower, I loved.
Mhm.
And I just
Oh, that
loved
tower
all the
was great.
costumes. I thought all the costumes were
Oh,
beautiful.
the costumes were gorgeous.
Costumes.
I thought they were beautiful. And I love the people too. The people were
Oh yeah,
outcast
that
amazing.
experience is really good.
Yeah, they were
for
all
like
really nice.
for like the 5 weeks I was there. Funny story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I auditioned for Into the Woods with already planning to be in another show. I played Amos in Chicago, and I asked my director for
Oh.
Chicago if it was okay if I missed a few rehearsals to go to Into the Woods, and he goes, "You might have to get a few more. You might have to go to more of ours. We can work character." And I'm like, "Okay." So I missed like half of Into the Woods. Like I wrote my conflict. I was like writing my stuff on my conflict sheet. I'm like, I really hope they don't cut me for a show they're not doing cuts for. So it was really interesting, but what I loved so much about it is even when I missed so much, I they were really really welcoming about it, and they were like, "Oh my gosh, welcome back." And I'm like, "Oh my god, you guys don't hate me." So I thought that was really awesome. So let's go to Lion King now,
How did I not know that you missed that many rehearsals?
because you were dancing with a lion on your head.
He wasn't even dancing. He was just he was just
Standing there
happy.
while my
Standing
head was
there,
uncomfortable,
Trampled.
wearing
Yeah.
a bicycle helmet with some stuff on top.
I am so glad I
Let's-
only had to wear that thing for character portraits, and then they switched it to like a literal stick. It was just a stick on the
Yeah.
back, and I just went rawr.
So
Roar.
I was like rawr.
what I remember costume wise is like we borrowed stuff from a church. I know that.
There's another. I think it's Legacy right now, or not right now.
That
They just did it, and they're
sounds-
using the same costumes.
I don't think it was Legacy because like they passed those costumes on from like many different organizations, mainly because you know people want to save money on those costumes because they cost a lot because
Yeah.
like they had like these like huge giraffe
expensive.
things like the elephants and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
The giraffes were on stilts.
Those
It was
were
really
so
cool.
cool.
Oh my god! I remember
Those were so
when
cool.
when Mia was first trying it out, and she was scared the first time, but then she
I
ended up
remember-
loving them and never wanted to get out of them.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I
Her
yeah.
favorite-
like, Whenever she needed to like get in the onesie and in the stilts, she would ask people like, "Hey, can y'all hold my skin for me?" All right, thanks.
It was so funny. She said that to me at some point. I'm pretty sure I was the one who quoted it. It was me or
Yeah.
It
Gibbon.
was you. It was you. So Amanda, give us some of your input on Lion King. What was your experience with it?
Please.
It was my first CYT show after I had a really rough experience just working with my school theater, which will remain unnamed.
That makes sense.
Yeah, so it was like, so after that, I was like, wow, this is really refreshing. People are nice. They don't want to actually just keep judging you to your face. So that's
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah.
that's a great
then-
thing.
It was awesome. Like the community,
so.
like it was like my first experience like with this community, and it was really fun.
Yeah.
And I really liked being able to work with Mika for the first time. She was a lot.
Yeah, Mika.
Yeah.
First CYT show, first Mika show. That's a hit.
Oh yeah. So speaking of, this year, is when we got one of the things that has changed CYT like insanely. After she did she did new players with the newsies. She did newsies with the players that
There we go.
Ashley Driver directed and Brandon choreographed. Oh my god! After Ashley Driver directed and Brandon did vocals, Mika did the choreography, and everyone saw it. We were like, ooh, it was. We were all like really intrigued. Like it's so different. And then we got into Poppins and we got into Footloose, and she choreographed both of them, which I don't know how she did it, but she did. And
Incredible.
we were all like entranced by her choreography because it was all just so like crazy. And she's been on like every artistic team since.
And she's incredible.
Basically.
She's incredible. So if you get a chance to do a Mika show, do it.
There were some
Like-
pretty cool
Yeah, I mean,
visuals in
she has
Lion
really
King.
good-
There were some awesome visuals in Lion
Oh
King.
yeah.
I feel
Be
like the lionesses
prepared.
were like always working on choreography.
Always.
They-
Constantly.
Yeah, always. That I mean, if here's another fun fact: if you're on a Mika show and you get cast as a dancer, you just simply do not go to vocals.
Good
Have
luck.
fun. Good luck.
Good luck
That's
learning
true.
vocals by yourself.
None of the
You're-
bacon dancers.
You're gonna
in
be
Footloose
dancing
are
every
any
single
vocal.
weekend until Tech Week, basically.
Have fun. Okay,
So
so
hopefully you like
shall-
to dance.
shall we move on?
I never mentioned who I played in Lion King.
Oh, you're so right.
I was Mufasa. That's
Yeah.
probably really good to mention.
Except
yeah.
for one show.
What? Oh, I missed a show.
You're Mufasa
Yeah.
for 7 shows.
Oh wait, why did I miss that show?
You had
Man,
to
right?
Oh, it was UIL. I already mentioned it. Yeah.
Because Molly had to miss
but,
it for you
um,
as well.
I do want to get him on GooseQuack at one point. Ethan Harris.
Yes.
Bro, he understudied
Okay.
Scar and Mufasa.
He
And it is-
has been my understudy not once, not twice, three separate times.
Do you
He has
think
been
it's
my
As
just
of
on?
the
Do you
summer,
think it's
it's
just
the
on
third
purpose now? Honestly,
I don't know. I don't know.
all right.
Okay. So he was first my understudy during SpongeBob as Patrick. Then he was my understudy during Lion King as Simba, and then this summer he
Simba.
was my understudy as Callahan.
Wait, as Simba.
Simba.
Mufasa.
What?
Mufasa.
I was gonna say,
Simba.
that's
Okay.
Jonathan.
Sorry, I just said the role that I wanted. But Mufasa.
Okay.
And then I just want to take 1 second before I move on to appreciate Travis's Scar.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh
now
wait, we forgot to
yes.
mention.
I did not recognize him.
I
Yeah.
know.
Like, I had to go back and I was like, "Is that Travis?"
That
Yeah.
does scare
One
me.
thing I want to do is I want to recognize the people who got like awards and stuff for that show. For those shows, Travis actually got the Braveheart for Lion King, which was awesome.
Mhm.
Yeah. Into the Woods, Claire Howard got Rose, which is really cool. And then SpongeBob, it was Maya Woods who also got the Rose, which was
Icon.
so
Yeah.
cool.
Mhm.
And there were a lot of other ones as well, which were awesome. And you
Yeah.
can look on the hype page and see our takeovers if you want to see who else got them, because I
Yeah.
low-key don't remember a lot.
Yeah, I have some other
So-
props. Okay, just the overall makeup team to Lion King. You did a lot. There
Yes.
was so much
That
makeup.
was
Like
my
and
mother. That was my
Yeah.
mother.
That was your mom.
my
Congratulations
mom
to
was
your
good.
mom.
My
Shout
mom
out
was
to
here.
Anne.
It was and other people.
Yeah, that tiger makeup looked insane.
That
Okay.
didn't help.
Zach,
That didn't
anything
at all.
else?
Oh, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something else. Oh yeah, when I did Lion King. So I die, right? Because I'm
Let's go.
I die near the end of Act 1, and then you know what I do for Act 2? Nothing. It was a great show to end off of, because even though like there's a bunch of complicated stuff going on during Lion King, it was not complicated for me. It was such an
it's
easy
really
show to be
funny.
my last.
At one point,
I
though,
did-
like, off stage.
What?
Didn't you
What?
speak at some point like off stage? No, like
Okay, I speak like once off stage, but that doesn't count. Like, you know,
Alan.
I said like 2 lines.
Well,
Okay.
so when I saw
Yeah.
Lion King, we were really late because of traffic, and so I didn't get
Oh.
to see Jack like at all
oh no.
because I got there like
Dang.
right after his death. And so
Oh!
You got there when Act 1 was ending?
yeah.
Well, also, it was a junior show, so Act 1's like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
No,
I
it
mean,
was
I think
really
I saw-
funny.
I think I saw you die, but that's it.
Okay.
'Cause I remember
Pretty
during
cool.
you said like Act One's 5 minutes. They wanted Finding Nemo. Whenever we did it last. We were originally gonna start they were gonna end Act One with "Go with the Flow," Ziggy's big crazy song,
Mhm.
and then they realized if we do this, Act Two is literally 10 minutes long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we couldn't.
Literally.
So we had to
That's the
end it off
problem with
earlier.
junior shows.
Didn't they
Because junior
do
shows
that
are like
on
they're
opening
like
night?
What?
Didn't they do that on opening night?
I don't remember when they did it. I just know it happened.
Oh.
wow. Okay.
Now should
Yeah,
we?
'cause-
Now do we move on?
Oh wait, hold on. That's the problem with junior shows. Is
Yeah.
like they're only like an hour long, but like CYT needs to have an intermission because like that's where they like sell stuff and make money. So
Yeah.
you gotta have that intermission, no matter if Act 1 is 20 minutes long. They gotta have it. Like,
Yeah.
I'll probably just add that the junior shows are where I have the quick changes because there is no time.
yeah.
No, literally, there's no time.
You'll find a lot more quick changes in junior shows because you have like a lot less time
Yeah.
Yeah.
because of how short it is.
Alright.
Yeah. Oh, one more shout out. Okay, I gotta give a shout out to Ethan Harris. So he was Mufasa, one show. Of course, I didn't see any of it, but I heard that he did absolutely amazing.
He did, I-
Same thing.
Confirm.
Okay, cool.
Period.
Yep, just wanted to say that. All right, now we can move on.
So Jack, you get to talk more.
Oh, yeah. So I probably like 2 weeks after Lion King ended, I moved to Qatar. Took the 17-hour flight all the way to Doha, and my first impression, it's hot. It's very hot.
I bet.
That's coming from
Like-
a Texan.
Like it's 115 degrees hot. No clouds, just sun, dry heat. It's terrible.
Yeah.
But like the city is very like it's expanding. Like back when like Bo and Luke used to live there. They did. If you didn't know that. Yeah, they lived there like when I was living in Japan. It was a long time ago. There was like
cool.
nothing there. No skyline basically. Like they said there wasn't that much to do. When I went there was a lot of stuff to do because like they were preparing for the World Cup at that time. And so when it was announced that Qatar was hosting the World Cup in 2012, I'm pretty sure actually. Maybe 2010. They started like rapidly like building skyscrapers, building a skyline, and now it's like this futuristic hub in the middle of the desert.
It's
So
fun.
it was really, really cool. Yeah, they spent a lot of money on the World Cup. $200 billion, if you did not know that.
Holy. moly.
Yeah,
Insane.
yeah, a little too much money. And then I also put here impression of the school that I went to. So first off, it didn't feel like a prison because I stopped going to Umbel ISD schools.
Let's go,
So-
bro.
There were windows. There were windows.
Whoa!
Windows!
I know.
So
Right.
There
I
were
walked.
windows everywhere.
I remember walking into because I went to like a school who was like that had like nothing but windows.
Yeah.
And then I remember walking into Chloe's middle school because I saw her in Sound of Music.
Oh
and there
my
were
goodness.
there were no
I
street
went to
lights.
that middle school. Yeah, there's
There were
no
no
windows
street
at that
lights.
school.
There's no windows. I couldn't see. Chloe and Jack went to school in a brick. Like
Oh, and also the high
That's
school that I
fun.
went to before I moved, it was actually built by an architect who constructed prisons.
Oh.
Did you not know that?
So bad.
No.
He constructed prisons.
Wait, Jack. Do you know what we
Yes.
just got in KHS's library?
What? Oh, a cafe. I
coffee
saw
shop.
it.
Yeah.
And I'm
saw
very mad about it.
Oh my god.
I know.
Like you know when like you leave your school and then they start like renovating the whole entire thing and
Yeah.
it makes you feel
I went to
terrible.
my elementary school right after I left. It made me so mad because then they added doors to the classrooms. I was like,
they
That was
didn't
me.
have
have doors.
They
Did
didn't
you
have
doors?
doors?
They didn't have doors at my elementary school. And so I was like, why
How
are
can
we
you get into the
telling me
classroom?
It's even funnier because my
No,
brother.
they just walk up. They just walk up to the door with a sledgehammer and just try to get in.
They rebuilt the
Break
wall.
the
every time-
window. No.
They rebuilt the wall every time someone walks in.
Okay. So Jack moved, and then about like, then we had the whole summer. We did Mary Poppins. We did Footloose. It was all amazing.
Yeah.
Poppins, funny enough, did not come together until Thursday of Tech.
Which is the one day I wasn't there.
Yeah, Amanda wasn't there for Thursday of Tech. It was
We
a crazy
learned-
show.
A dance on opening night.
Yeah, but it still looked really good by the end of it.
Really?
It did. I watched
Okay.
it twice.
I remember
did.
it was
It was
during
awesome.
Singing in the Rain, which was like 5 years ago. I remember that they were like learning choreography. I think
Yeah.
they said it was just during Tech Week.
I remember
Like
that.
they were learning choreography. But like opening night,
we
that's
had to-
crazy.
We had to scrap a number whenever I did Willy Wonka because we didn't even get to learn it until like opening night. We had to scrap a number.
That's really funny.
It was Mike TV's
Uh-huh.
Oompa Loompa song.
Oh,
So like
Oh.
all the other kids died, and then they were just like, we were just like Oompa Loompa Doopity Doo, your kid is dead, sucks for you, and then like everyone else, they all get their song Mike Veruca, no, not like Violet Veruca, Charlie, whoever, and then Mike dies, and then you go on for the next scene. They're like, where the Oompa Loompas at? Why are they not singing about the death?
Bro,
And then-
they party when a child dies.
No, they party, bro.
They party
then-
like there's no tomorrow.
Two crazy shows happened. Well, there was a third one, but we don't have anyone on here to talk about it. We did Descendants, which was a really great show. I really enjoyed that
Oh
one.
yeah.
it was
Descendants,
fun to watch.
I forgot
It was
about
really
that.
fun to watch. And then we did Cinderella, which was fun. And then we did Godspell, which was
Yeah.
crazy.
And Jay
Um,
did 2 of those.
I did. We got funny story. The day the cast list came out was the day that Poppins ended. So we were all like staying up, exhausted until like 11, just like release it, please release it. Come on, it's not that hard.
I asked Miss Driver at Poppin' Strike. I was like, when is the cast list gonna come out? And she was like, it's not gonna come out unless you all leave. It's like
That's every single show.
No, because like my mom
Get
was
out of there.
sitting right outside the house, and they were having a team meeting out there, and they said, "You can't be here. We just can't have anyone listening in on this because we need people to leave."
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they had a team meeting outside in the lobby.
Funny.
But we did
always
Godspell, and like 2 minutes after the cast list came out, I get a text from my mom and said, "Come here now." So I'm like, okay, either this is good news or somebody died. So and so I like rushed downstairs, and she's like, "Read an email that Lacey just sent me," and she was our sew coordinator for Cinderella, and she texted all of the moms of every man in Godspell and said, "Hi, please." and so all of the guys in Godspell were allowed to audition for Cinderella, and I read the email and laughed, and I'm like, haha, that's stupid. Of course I'll audition.
But it was
And,
even funnier. It was even funnier because it was just like I was literally about to go to bed. Actually, I'm pretty sure I was already in bed. Then I looked at my watch and I saw missed call from Jay. Amanda, I need to call you right now. I was like,
Oh yeah, I was like, hey Amanda, so guess who's doing Cinderella? And then during Godspell and during Cinderella, Chloe was actually in Les Mis at her high school.
Mhm.
Oh,
was
yeah,
I,
I
really
wanted,
cool.
I wanted to see
Yeah.
that.
It was
Sorry,
really
I just
good.
heard my name. Yeah, I was in Les Mis.
Who'd you play?
I played girl number 5, the girl who slaps Fontaine.
Yeah.
we love slapping girls.
Wait,
Okay.
okay, Amanda.
Love girls.
Let me put that in the quotes channel really quick.
Do it. I dare you.
I'm actually typing that as we speak. I'm
Wow.
not even gonna lie.
Oh my god.
Okay. And then so that show was really good. We all saw it. And
Yeah, it was fun.
it was wonderful. Their set and their lights were actually crazy.
Yeah.
They had a rotating stage.
Yeah, we did. It
I
was cool.
saw that.
Yeah.
Do you
it
know how
was
much that
cool.
costs? I'm just very like I just want to know.
10K.
How much?
10K.
10K?
That's
Kingwood
like
High School doesn't. Kingwood High School doesn't like to spend money. How do they
that's
spend
$15,000
$10,000 on a
I-
ticket?
I've learned this year that like we're really lucky to have a good fine arts program because I'm an officer
Yes.
for a drama club this year, and like
Okay.
we had so much money in just our club. Like, I
Oh,
won't
so
drop-
so
I won't
KHS
drop,
didn't
but
pay a single dime.
It's a
It's all out of
bunch.
Miss Falk's
But-
pocket.
It's all out of the it's all out of the booster club.
Yeah, but what
And-
we did is we rose our stage. We rose our stage like 5 feet and then built the revolve into it, so you could actually climb under
Oh,
the stage.
I just realized. So when you guys were done using the revolving stage, I know that it stayed there for a little bit, and the percussion section has a concert every year on
Mhm.
the auditorium stage. It was after I moved, but I checked their Instagram story and they were using the revolving. they were using the stage while playing a song, and I was like, that is so cool.
Yeah, they better use it after this.
Yeah, they better keep
Yeah.
using it.
Yeah, but we don't have it anymore. We got rid of it. I don't know
Of course
why.
you did.
We could have used it for
Oh.
every like single
Cost
show ever.
$10,000.
I low-key
I-
wish.
Why are
if
you
only
not using it still?
Bro, if only Big Fish had a revolve, that would have been so cool. But during Godspell, speaking of cool stages, we did ours in the round
That
in
was
the
so cool.
CLC, which
It was
It hurt.
so cool.
all of us were a tad skeptical. Hello, skeptical. Skeptical until we got to opening night, and then we had the lights and the sounds, and it was all like light trees and everything. It was really cool.
I wasn't that skeptical.
I was. Because I was like, I just didn't know how they would do the lighting. Because like, I was like, if we just use the ceiling, I'm gonna be
Yeah.
sad. But like,
You better not
Y'all
use the
put
ceiling.
like some really cool floor.
You better not use the ceiling. You better use more than that.
we didn't. What I loved,
We
I
did.
think
It had like big
Yeah.
stands, you know.
I think the only time we used it was during On the Willows, but it was really dope, and it kind of gave like the nighttime like stars
Yeah.
type deal, and it looked really cool. But then for that show, I'm thinking of the awards. I know Bo won
Yeah.
Braveheart.
And Bo played Jesus.
Yes.
Bo played
so
Jesus.
It was kind of ironic.
Yeah. So Ollie won Spark.
Mm-hmm.
Royce won. I think. Oh no, I think Royce won the Screwball for the goats. I could be wrong.
That would make sense.
No, Katie won Screwball.
Katie won
because
Screwball
of-
because of her knee.
Oh.
Royce won. I think Royce
Was it
won
Leapfrog?
like leapfrog.
Yeah.
I
No,
think you
Ollie won leapfrog.
No,
there
Royce
we
won
go.
Spark.
Ollie won Leapfrog.
Yeah.
Royce
I was gonna say, like,
got
won
Spark,
Leapfrog?
and then
Okay.
and then I think there's one more that I'm forgetting, but I can't. Watchdog.
didn't you
and-
win something? Didn't you win something like
No, I didn't. There was like, but all of the cast, since it was a really small cast, we all got like our individual awards, which was really cool.
Oh, that would make sense.
And then for Cinderella, I know this girl named Alexa got Screwball.
Jenna got Leapfrog.
Jenna got Leapfrog. Tora got the Watchdog. I got the Braveheart for that show, which was fun.
Didn't
And then there was someone else that I'm missing.
Wasn't it Evelyn?
It was Evelyn. She's our little Anya. She got the Sparkplug Award, which is awesome.
He was.
And
amazing.
Cinderella, funny story. I was at only the last 2 weeks of rehearsal. I was there
So-
on and off to learn things, but like that's
It was
about
kind
it.
of like it was just an Into the Woods moment again, you know.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I definitely
Yeah,
felt
so-
more prepared for Into the
The
Woods.
people
Yeah.
from the show who were in Cinderella were Jay, Royce, and Travis.
Yes,
And so,
I
like,
was
none
the
of them were
prince.
there.
Yeah, I was the prince. Royce was the herald, and Travis was the king. But what I find really funny about Travis as the king is his first line is, "How could I have gained this much weight in 5 years?" And bro is literally a stick. Like, so
They
he
have
said
such
that
big
line
mouths.
first, and we all just started laughing.
Hmm.
And it was like
Okay.
the other king was Josh, and so it was like the same issue again.
Yeah, it was the same issue with Josh Yates too.
They were both
Ah.
96.
Yeah,
All
they're-
right.
they're both skinny as heck. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what's next after
I-
Cinderella?
Wait, I was gonna say. So when I remember when Godspell was announced, I didn't know I was moving yet. I was
Ooh.
mad
Yeah.
because I wanted to do Godspell for years. I saw it with the players. Like, how long was that ago?
That was a long
dude,
time.
I
4
don't.
years?
I think it
It was
was
like
2018. Yeah.
Okay,
It was
so
19.
okay,
we were
so
going into Wizard of Oz.
yeah. So I watched that show. Not gonna lie, I cried. I'm just gonna
I
say it
saw-
right here.
I tried it
saw-
whenever I watched it with CYT.
I
It was
think
just-
it's kind of.
I think it's fine to say that. Yeah, and I was like, I want to do this show.
Mhm.
Then they announced it as the fall show. I
Mhm.
can't do fall shows. And even if I could, now I live on the other side of the world now. So it doesn't matter.
And now you live in wheat and cows.
And now I live in wheat cow land.
Wait, cow.
Yeah. I
And let me-
remember it was during a takeover. I forgot whose takeover it was. But I remember someone asked like, "What's your favorite part about CYT?" And then I think it was Will taking over. And Will goes up to Kai, and he asks like, Kai, what's your favorite part about CYT? And then Kai says, my favorite thing about CYT is moving to Doha, Qatar.
Oh.
Oh,
Will Cruz, his baby
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah. In case you don't know, my brother Will and Kai are probably dating. So
No, they got
That's
married
not
for 5 years.
true anymore.
no, they did date.
don't
now they
tell
don't.
Avery.
Well, they
Don't tell
did
Avery.
date, quote unquote. They didn't really, but it was like a
No,
fake
but-
relationship. And it was
They
like,
broke up. Long distance relationships are long.
No, they broke up
They-
and then they got married.
yeah,
yeah.
and then they divorced.
Oh yeah, that too.
And then
Unfortunately.
they got beheaded, and then they died. Divorced, beheaded, survived. Tonight, for all of you. Um,
Divorced.
and then, so, Jack, shall we move on to the World Cup?
Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah. Well, first off, I put specifically here Halloween. So I know that sounds weird, but our family treats Halloween like Christmas. Like it is our favorite
Can vouch.
holiday because
vouch.
my dad is an engineer and he creates like animatronics for Halloween.
Ooh.
Like he's
Oh.
had them since like 2010, and we create like a haunted house in our front yard, like every
That's
single
fun.
year. So when we first moved back to Houston in 2014, our house is on a cul-de-sac. Unfortunately, we didn't really think about Halloween when we bought the house, but like it's this huge yard, it's this huge lawn. Like we can put so much Halloween stuff on there. But the problem is that it's a cul-de-sac and no one's coming down, like ever. Like the 9 years that we were there, some people came down, some people saw it, but it was not a lot, like at all, because like no one's going all the way down to a cul-de-sac and then going back. No one's doing that. And so when we moved to Qatar, we lived in like a it's this compound, like it's like a gated community basically. And
His
so
house was like
since-
3 stories. It was huge.
oh yeah, our house is big, but yeah, but like everyone lives like really close to each other, and so Halloweens at that compound are amazing. We had so many people. We were actually voted best house for Halloween, which was
Let's
really
go,
cool.
dude.
But yeah, we had probably the same amount of people in like that same 9 year span we were in Houston in one night.
Insane.
Like, so yeah,
Wow.
and then like we didn't make a lot of Halloween stuff in Houston because like no one came down the street. Like I think one year we just didn't even do it in general for that reason.
Yeah.
But then my dad just like started like going off after that Halloween. He was just like, all right, I'm about to build so much stuff because there's so many people. They got more people this Halloween than last year. They had so many people at this year's
Wow.
Halloween, which was amazing. Yeah. The World Cup. Okay.
Oh yeah.
I'll
dude.
try to make this brief so you guys can talk. But I wasn't planning on going to the World Cup because tickets were expensive. Really expensive. And so we were just like, all right, I guess we won't go. Also, we needed like certain documentation because we weren't Qatari citizens, so we needed to like submit stuff as well. But my dad won a lottery at work and got tickets to USA versus Wales. And then my dad was like, I don't really care about
Josh
soccer.
Marchant lives there.
Wow.
I know, and so does Sarah Marie.
Sarah Marie, yeah.
Oh yeah, my dad didn't really want to go and watch the game. He's like, I don't really care. So how about just you and Will go? So me and my brother went by ourselves to the game.
Horrible
was-
idea.
It was packed. Yeah, I know, right? It was absolutely packed, but it was an amazing game. But the only thing I don't like about soccer is that I went all the way to the stadium and I wasted 2 hours of my life to watch a tie. They tied,
Oh no.
which
Oh
is
my God.
really dumb. Just like play it overtime and like let somebody win. But no, tie. And then like the ride home was a mess as well because like they built a metro system specifically for the World Cup in Qatar. And there was like a line out the door for like 2 hours to get back, so that was terrible. But minus that, yeah, it was cool. So
Yeah.
many people were there, so many people. Like people were like sleeping on cruise ships. Like they brought cruise ships in from the port for people to
Goodness.
stay at for days.
Ooh.
Okay, I'll stop talking now.
All right, so our next thing on our list to talk about, we have Tarzan,
Yeah,
Yes.
which was
Ooh.
awesome
with Royce
Uh,
Reed as Tarzan.
with Royce
stuff.
Reed.
Right, right.
As Tarzan.
Let's start off with who we played. Chloe, you can go first.
I played the mother, and I also understudied Jane.
And you absolutely slayed. You slayed both runs. You slayed the cover run and you slayed as the mom.
He did.
It was. I just remember going off from one show for 2 worlds. I was on the same side that you died on, and
Oh.
Anna comes off from literally like tearing you to pieces, and you're just like, I just died, and just like. And then my favorite part about Tarzan was when the baby started crying right before we all went on for 2 worlds.
And
We all
everyone
started
on
crying.
stage right was just going.
We all started crying like Sims, and it was wonderful. Speaking of crying like
Huh.
Sims, I'm gonna keep this really brief. There's one part in High School Musical. Elise played Sharpay, and she does the most wonderful NPC impression of all time. And
Oh, yeah,
so there's
when
the
the-
part
Oh my
where,
goodness,
like,
yes.
when you're passing the ball and you have to make a sound. She does a
Hi.
wave. She waves, and she goes,
Yeah.
"Hey!"
Yeah.
She did it
Hi.
today.
funny.
Yeah.
She did it today, and I thought Travis was gonna die. I sat next to him, and I was sent. I was sent through the roof. But like,
He did it all the
oh
time
my-
during Legally Blonde.
oh my god, she just goes, "Hey!" and it was absolutely incredible.
I was
So-
never dying.
That's amazing.
And then,
Yeah.
Amanda, what was who were you in Tarzan?
Okay, so I was one of the apes. I was the living flora, and then I was also on. It was like the expedition crew, which meant I held a gun for all of Act 2.
Let's go, bro.
And
And
I
I
was in
played.
Boomtown.
No. We're gonna talk about that when we get to Six Flags. And then
Yes.
and then I played Turk in Tarzan, which means I played a punk rock riffing gorilla. How fun is that?
And I played the hair and makeup person.
Yeah.
Best role in the show. But
Yeah.
what was really funny about Tarzan is one of the shows. I was the one who sang Trash in the Camp, so I got to come down the aisle, and there was always like people in the very last row. Because if like I'm trying to like imagine it, like if my computer screen is the stage, like there's like a group on like this side in the last row. There were always people there. So like before Trash in the Camp, I would be like, "Hello," in monkey, and I would like freak people out, which is really fun. And then after Trash in the Camp, I think it was on the Saturday night show. It's actually on the DVD. I'm monkey running off stage after Kerchak is like screaming at everybody, and there's a dress that somebody left,
Oh,
And
this is
I
my
just
favorite part.
and I just go whoop, and I just fall flat on my back, and I trip and just die.
Can we just add
and-
that clip into the YouTube recording, please?
But
Yeah.
basically, what's really funny, is my knees were bad before, and
Because
now
of
they
Godspell.
will. Yes, because of Godspell, because it was consistent sit, stand, kneel, sit, stand, dance, 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 sit, stand, kneel.
It was
This
insane.
show messed them up even more.
I'm so sorry.
They crack every
Gorillas.
dance.
Joseph, like
Oh,
4
bro.
years ago, all the
Yeah.
brothers, their knees were like we had to get knee pads for the first time ever. I still have them,
Mhm.
but yeah,
I'm gonna turn on my
some
So, and
shows
also,
do
we're
work
gonna
on
have
your
to
knees.
we're gonna have to speed this up because it is 7:05. So
Yeah.
so Tarzan really this podcast. Oh my god. So this was really fun. We all had a really grand old time.
Literally
So
my
now-
first.
And
Just a
speaking
swell
of
old
Tarzan,
time.
I think, from my perspective, Tarzan was the best CYT show I've ever seen.
I loved
Ooh.
Tarzan.
I know that, like, I haven't seen all the ones you guys have, but for me, it was just so spectacular.
Sweet.
So,
And then for
I
that
wish I
one,
could have seen it.
Mia Garcia got Screwball. I know that. Madeline Newsom got or Madeline. Sorry, I keep saying last names. I'm so used to it.
About to mention.
It's gonna probably just be CYT people. Let's be real. But,
Yeah, I know. It's probably fine.
yeah. Got Watchdog. Ashley Pribble got Rose.
Yes.
I'm trying to.
Uh,
Deserved.
I think
I can't-
Isaiah got.
got
Oh yeah.
Leapfrog. And I can't remember who got Spark.
Neither do I.
All right, so now comes our spring season. We don't have anyone from the last two shows, but we do have 4 people from Big Fish,
Yes, we do.
which was a crazy show.
Such a
So
good show.
it was awesome. So Melanie was one of the Alabama Lambs, and she was also a dancer. Amanda, who are you?
I was the shepherd. I got to call Carl a monster every show.
Yes, got to call Ethan Harris a horrible person.
Yeah.
Chloe, who are you?
I was Sandra.
Yes, our favorite
Yeah.
redheaded icon.
I was a redhead.
Hey, who
that-
are you?
That wig was everything. I played Edward Bloom.
Really?
Yeah.
It was-
Favorite-
the first time I ran daffodils with Chloe, I cried my face off.
Oh,
Aw.
It was so
I remember that.
insane. Funny story about me is Edward. I tasked Amanda on opening night, and I called her in the middle of her free period, and
Yeah,
I'm like,
literally very mission
I'm
on
like,
this.
LMAO, hey.
No, literally,
Can
I was in the
call
middle of-
you.
It was like, actually, no, it was the day before. Your mom called me and be like, can you please help Jay with these quick changes? It's like, okay. And we did have any chance to talk about it the last day of tech. And so I was like, oh, shoot. And so I was
Yeah.
like, can you please call me like during my free period tomorrow? And then she was like, okay. And then I texted her, be like, I can get on in 2 minutes. And she's like, okay. Then 5 minutes later, she's like, please call Jay. I was like, okay. And then I had,
Yeah,
like,
because I
literally-
had 17 quick changes and 4 of them were on stage.
and I have all those quick changes listed in my notes because I had help. But I think the more important part was, Jay, should we reenact the water moment? That's what I need to ask.
Oh, yeah. It was, I'm like, because so we're going off for the wedding, and I throw on my jacket. I'm like, okay, I'm good. And Amanda's like, Jay, you need water.
Water.
I'm like, no, I literally have to go on stage in 5 seconds.
Water.
No, Amanda, I literally cannot.
Water!
And I just grabbed it, took a swig, and shoved it at her, and I ran on stage.
A swig.
And but my mom was like, get him to drink water, like shove it down him, throw it at him, flip him off if you have to, literally do anything. No, that's
like-
it. That's fine. She was obviously joking, but like,
Yeah, it was like,
I don't
she's
know,
like-
was she?
she's like, slap him in the
Eventually-
face. Do whatever you have to do to get that man to drink water.
I vividly remember what I eventually would have to do. It's like I hid this in my pocket of my overalls, and as you were putting on your jacket, you just I just start unscrewing it, so I'd be like, I'm literally forcing it in your mouth right now.
Take it. Literally take it.
Wow.
Like I put it to your mouth
okay.
right now. You got it.
So Chloe, hello. What were some of your favorite experiences from Big Fish? Talk about the show.
I love the story. Like
Yes.
Big Fish is just such an amazing story. I love the score. Again, I say this like every show, but I love the people, especially in
Mhm.
Big Fish. So
Oh.
sweet.
Now,
And-
actually, we got Chloe got one of her absolute best friends from school to do
Oh, yeah.
Big Fish.
Big
She's
Fish.
she's actually gonna be in our next episode. She's gonna be guest starring. Kinsey,
Yeah.
who played our
Kinsey
Josephine.
Henderson. Yeah.
He was awesome.
It was just such like I've never been in a show like Big Fish. Like it was so amazing, and I want to go back. but
I would do
can't.
anything to go back to Big Fish. Really, I would
Yeah,
do one
it
more
was
show.
so-
It's
Except
just
those
such a
quick-
heartwarming story. I love
It
it.
is,
is,
except the
really
last
is.
15 minutes of it.
where we literally
cried every
everyone
night.
backstage is sobbing their eyes out. That's
Oh yeah. My favorite thing. Well, there was one part of it. I go out for Saturday night for meet and greet, and I'm like, this is the most depressing meet and greet I've ever been to.
Yeah.
I know.
There were
Everyone was
tears
sobbing.
everywhere, and I felt so bad because all of the littles from Cinderella and like
What?
everyone was at the show.
Oh no.
They were at the show. And there was this one little girl. Her name is Aubrey. I love her,
Oh,
and she
Oh, Aubrey.
and I see her after the show, and she looks okay. And so I give her a hug afterwards, and the first thing that comes to my mind is like, oh my god, this child just watched me die of cancer. And I'm like, I went from 10 minutes ago to it all ends so wild pretty fast.
no, you went from 10 minutes ago to flatline.
So I
You
went
just
from 10 minutes ago
flatlined
to
on stage.
flatline.
You literally
And then my favorite part of all of Big Fish, and I will say this with full confidence, Anna's dance.
yes.
Oh my
Yes.
god.
Yeah.
If y'all did not see Big Fish, there was like a whole like minute and a half ballet with a daffodil that Anna, she's actually our ballerina in Anastasia. She's wonderful, and she danced with the daffodil like right after I died, and it was
Silently.
stunning. And it was to pure
Complete
silence.
silence.
Pure silence.
There was
Oh my
no
God.
music. It was complete silence and just
It
her
was
moves and
gorgeous.
everything. It was beautiful.
It was everything. I absolutely loved it.
There were a few
I
times
would-
I vividly remember it would be like during the shows, we're all sobbing backstage, and then she comes off and she goes,
Oh yeah, no, I'll walk off stage because
Yup.
my mic is off the moment I die because I don't sing anymore, which thank God. And I go off stage after like sobbing and dying of cancer, and I just go, and I just walk off stage.
it was
And
so
I'm
funny.
like, And I'm
You're
just like,
in
I
here.
just died.
It was so funny.
So
Oh.
then shall we move on to our next topic?
Wait,
Oh,
Um,
Amanda, one more thing.
yeah, I was gonna say like I haven't said my favorite parts yet.
Oh,
Just
go ahead.
literally-
That
okay,
is Melanie, actually.
Yeah, I don't think Melanie and I have actually said anything.
Just
Okay,
make them fast.
yes. What's next? Just being able, just like, Royce just being up in my face, being like, "Well, you were covered up in a blanket. I'm just confused." I'm like,
Oh,
"Okay,
yeah.
nothing just happened. That's fine."
Because
That
that
was so-
scene, he's like guiding me through the hospital, and people aren't supposed to know about it. So Amanda passes by. I'm going one way, and Amanda's entering on stage, and I'm like, oh shoot! So I take the blanket that I have with me, and I throw it over my head. And
Well,
Royce
Royce
is like,
distracting me.
and Royce is like, no one's there. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
It was so funny.
Yeah, Melanie, what were
Okay.
some of your favorite moments?
Okay, one of my favorite moments was when I was doing a quick change from my funeral outfit to my Alabama lamb outfit for the very end of the show. Me and Jay were doing a quick change at the same time in the
Oh
same place.
yeah.
And it was like right after he died or something. And so immediately when I went off stage, I gave him like a big hug. And then he was like, okay, now go change. What are you doing?
Yes, dude, it was so funny.
Wow.
She goes up to me, because I think it was Saturday night when it happened. Because Saturday night, I don't know what happened. I was a mess on Saturday night. It was bad, and so people didn't know if I was like okay or not. So I'm just over here like, I just died, and then Melanie comes out for her quick change and gives me the biggest hug. I'm like, girl, you have to go on in like 10 seconds. Change.
Hug later.
Yeah, and then here we go. One of my favorite parts of the summer, Expo.
Expo!
Yeah.
Melanie and I were
Okay.
both on the vocals team for Expo, and then there was another really cool part about Expo. Jack came back for Six
Oh
Flags.
yes. Okay, so
Yeah.
it's a long story. So I graduate high school, at the American School of Doha, and then 5 days later,
Days
Right.
later.
5 days later, I moved back to the U.S. Like it was that quick. I moved back June 3rd. I was here at OU for a band camp, and then I went.
Cookies' new thing is out, by the way. I just thought to make you all aware.
Oh, okay. But I go up to Colorado after that to go and get my car because I want, like, my parents were like, your car needs to have all-wheel drive, and that's like only in Colorado. So we went to
Yeah.
Colorado to get a car. So, and while we were driving back down from Colorado, we stopped and saw my aunt for a little bit in New Mexico, and that's where I learned about the Legally Blonde cast list. That's coming soon. And then I go from Albuquerque, and we were planning on driving down to Houston. I'm like, wait, Expo is in Dallas, so why not just stop by in Dallas, go to an Astros game because they're also in Dallas that same weekend, and then go to Six Flags with everybody. So last minute, we buy tickets for Six Flags and went with you guys. So I was there.
It was
It was
really
cool.
fun.
Yeah.
And I just want to talk about the Boomtown joke. Should we say it, or is it gonna get like
no,
demonetized?
it's fine, but it was Will, right?
Yeah, it was Will.
Yeah.
Will.
Yeah, not
so
surprised.
Jack, as we've mentioned like 65 times, Jack and Will lived in Doha,
That's
Qatar,
No, really?
I did.
for a year, and they get back, and we pass by this place at Six Flags called Bugs Bunny's Boomtown, and Will points at it and goes, "Yo, I live there. I lived in Boomtown." And I remember me and Ollie looking at each other like, "Oh my god!" like.
Yeah.
And then let's get back to the Expo topic.
Yeah. Let's not talk about Boomtown.
Yeah, let's not talk about Boomtown anymore. But Melanie and I were on the vocals team, and we sang 3 songs. We sang "Hooray for Hollywood," which had a bunch of really fun jazz harmonies.
I
You can
said,
say,
look, it's Ryan Reynolds in that song.
and then I had the solo in "Part of Your World" and the "Whole New World" remix that D Capella did, and that was our second song. That was my personal favorite. The harmonies were gorgeous. And then our third one, absolutely iconic. Go.
What?
Melanie, say it.
It was Come Alive.
Oh.
From Next to
okay.
Normal.
Yes.
And all three were really good apparently because we got first for
Yes.
improv and voice, which is really
Mhm.
cool. Our dancers also did a remarkable job. Their choreography was incredible.
Thanks, Mika.
Because it was me.
Like I said,
Thanks to
Mika's an icon. I love her.
Yeah.
So we had master classes. We had incredible food. Like
we had master classes and incredible food.
I
Very
act like
valuable.
I act like I'm okay, but deep down I want expo desserts again.
Yeah.
And I need that lemon tart soon, y'all. But
Why did you
and
bring one back?
no, I agree. I wish I could
Oh
have
my
taken one
goodness.
with me.
Do you
but,
know what
um,
Ziggy needed at Six Flags?
What?
Dole Whip.
Dole Whip! Dude, that Dole Whip was so good.
Oh my good. We went like to the other side of Six Flags just to get Dole Whip.
Dole Whip. It was so worth it. But we had
Yeah,
multiple.
I guess it was.
We had really good food. We had master classes. We had a master class with Nyla Watson, who was one of the Fates on the Hadestown tour, which was awesome.
That is so cool.
She's incredible. I got to sang "This Is Not." I got to sang. Hello. I sang
Sang.
"This Is Not." I got to sing. I sang
Bring it back.
"This Is." I sang "This Is Not Over Yet" from Parade for her,
Iconic.
and then we had multiple sob sessions at like 10 at night.
Those were really funny.
They were.
The sob sessions were funny.
They no well.
Well, it was funny
A few of the
looking
story.
back.
They were.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
then
we had.
Expo,
Oh.
Well, okay, it was also just like it was very cool just to meet so many CYT people from
Yes.
like all over the nation.
Yeah.
Because it's like I would run into people and I'd be like, oh my gosh, these people are crazy like me and they love Jesus like I do.
Yeah.
And they're super crazy, super nice theater nerds like me, and other people like this exist.
Yeah, it's really
just
cool.
so cool.
And
Very
speaking,
hard to find.
I'm gonna segue. And speaking
That's
of
fun.
meeting a bunch of other people from around the world, Chloe and I.
Okay, Jay and Chloe, preach, go.
Yeah, Chloe and I, in July, literally 3 days after Expo, we flew to New York City and we
yourself.
went
Concrete jungle.
By our-
Oh wait, that's copyright.
by by ourselves.
Wait, really?
Yeah, by
wait, one
ourselves. I got
embarrassing.
on a plane by myself.
Okay, I say that crazily, but then I realized that I traveled from Doha to here by myself. So
Yeah,
We're also younger than you.
But you guys
so-
went to New York City. That's New York City.
I know. We found our car by our.
We ate, we slayed,
got
but
our
we went to
luggage
open.
by
Look, Mom, I did it all by myself.
We did it. We went to Open Jar Studios, week-long intensive, and it was remarkable. We met so many people. We saw Josh Groban live.
I did not know this.
We saw Josh Groban. I actually met him at the stage door, and he's the nicest man I've ever met.
Oh
Like,
my
nice-
God.
We also saw and Juliet, which was incredible.
I saw that
And
one
then-
a month earlier, and it was
Goodness! Oh
and
my
then,
god! I
And
want
then we
to see that.
saw New York, and I'm not going to speak on that. But
I saw it in New York and I thought it was good.
they're showing for me now in
Oh my-
mind. It's my
Okay.
Colton Ryan impression.
Okay, and Juliet,
It was a
right?
good show.
Yes.
So I'm in London, and they're showing Anne Juliet.
Ooh.
Me and my mom are like, "Can we please go to this?" And then Will's like, "I don't want to. I don't want to. I really don't want to." So we didn't go and see Anne Juliet.
It
I
was
was like,
so
that is
good.
Okay, fine. We can't see Anne Juliet. Can we at least see Play That Goes Wrong? So we saw that, but I didn't see Anne Juliet, but I wanted to. Me and my mom wanted to.
It's so
It was
good,
incredible.
though. And
Yeah.
if
Will?
you get the chance, go. But
Mhm.
but on showcase day,
You're wild.
I cried more tears than I am ready
Oh,
to
yeah.
admit. Me and Chloe's, all of our friends are long distance now. But it was such a fun experience.
We're gonna have a
really
specific
was.
episode about this later.
We
But
will.
We're gonna have
And
somebody
then-
else from Open Jar here as well.
Yes, my friend Keely is going to be joining us, and
Yes.
I'm hopefully going to get another person on there as well.
Yeah, I was about to say.
And so, one day we had a 1 day break in between Open Jar and Legally Blonde.
And we were all
2
on it.
weeks.
We literally were all on it.
All of
Yeah.
us, all 5 of us. So let's go around. Let's go. Me, Jack, Chloe, Melanie, Amanda. Let's say who we were. I played Grandmaster Chad. I played a stupid frat boy, and I also understudied for Emmett.
Yeah.
Jack.
Oh, I'm next. Oh, okay, cool. I was also a frat boy, and I was also somehow Callahan.
Somehow.
So Chloe, go ahead.
Next.
I played Elwoods.
Whoa.
And you slayed. Melanie.
Yes, played. I played Margot, one of the sorority sisters, and I understudied for Elwoods.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, I was just a few of the ensemble roles, so like I was the waiters. I was one of the waiters
Oh,
during
yeah.
series.
That's so serious of you.
Funny, anyways.
Funny.
I was on. Then I was in So Much Better chorus, and then just like a few other roles.
Sweet.
It's
So,
probably
legally-
good to mention that this is my second time doing Legally Blonde
Yeah.
because
Mine too.
I did it in I did it in Qatar.
Yeah.
And that time I was Warner.
I thought it was a good experience for me. It really the dancing really helped me.
Oh yeah.
Even though I'm not doing dancing in college, it helped me improve my dance
Yeah.
skills, and I learned how
Yeah.
to do a calypso, which was so much
Ooh,
fun.
yeah, those are fun. But it was
I don't think I ever did it correctly, but
Yeah.
you know.
yeah, we'll
Yeah.
get it.
Okay, so-
Legally Blonde was it was a really fun 2 weeks. We had
Yeah, it was.
we went to Geronimo Adventure Park. We
Geronimo
sang,
was so fun.
Oh my
we sang-
goodness! I forgot
sang-
about that.
we sang karaoke. We had like
Karaoke,
we had like a driving thing. It was like a hide and like a scavenger
Yeah.
hunt.
Yeah.
Okay, but can I say something about Geronimo real quick? That I
And we
found
didn't
so
get
Yeah.
shit, by the way.
Okay, so there was just one point on the zip lines. So like I'm about to go on. I just from like a distance, I just hear hee hee, and I look over. Oh, it's just Jay ziplining.
Oh yeah, I love to say
I-
stupid stuff when I zip line.
I did some stupid stuff too. And also anytime that I was like saying like clear, I said it stupidly in many different ways.
So I
Yeah.
think that's the last thing before our quack question.
Yeah. But also I was still in Qatar. And
Yeah.
I was like, wouldn't it be insane if I found a time during the summer to do to do whatever the camp was gonna be? And then I was told it was Legally Blonde, and I was like, really? It could have been like any other show, but
Because
no.
he already
And I was
did
like,
it.
well, I want to see my friends again. I want to do a show with them, so I guess I'll do Legally Blonde again. And I was like, wait, Mom, can I please do this? And she was like, I'm pretty sure we're not gonna have time this summer. And then I kept telling her like, please, 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 please. And she's like, okay, fine, like sure. And so we were
okay.
we were in
The
Houston
way
for a
I
month.
found out. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was in Houston for the month. I was at an Airbnb in the Woodlands, and so it wasn't that hard to get down. There's like a 15-minute drive to Klein. So yeah, I was able to do it. So
Yeah. And then the way I found out that we were doing Legally Blonde is because I was listening to Legally Blonde in the car. I was
No
going
way.
to class. And then when I got to class, I checked Instagram and they had posted that they were going to do Legally Blonde. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is
So
my
something
dream
like that.
show.
Something like that happened to me. It was before they announced that the CCT show was Hello Dolly. I remember being in Colorado and I was literally watching the movie, and I told my mom like, wouldn't it be really cool if CCT did Hello Dolly? And the funny thing is that my mom was the accountant at the time, and so she knew that the show was Hello Dolly already, and so she was like trying hard not
Yeah,
to
that'd
tell
be
me.
so cool,
and then
man.
I learned like a few days later that it was Hello Dolly, and I was like, I told my mom, I was like, you knew, didn't you? She was like, yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah.
now quack question.
Yeah.
yep, it is time for our segment we're gonna do every episode called the Quack Question. So, well, first off, there's some quack questions that we answered in this episode, so I'll just go ahead and go over those. Well, first off, one of them was from Jay, and it was asked specifically towards me and also kind of Melanie. And it was, how is it living with the cows and wheat? So,
It's so good.
oh,
I love
it's so great. Thanks for
Well,
asking, Jay. I really
you haven't
appreciate
been to
it.
Oklahoma City, so you don't know.
I've been to Oklahoma City. Oh, wait, telling Jay that?
Not enough.
Oh yeah,
If
I've been there
still
for like
say
2
you
days.
Oklahoma, then you
Hey,
haven't been
okay.
to enough-
I passed through
Oklahoma
there
City.
yesterday when I was coming back from Stillwater after OU lost again.
Yeah.
You passed through there.
I passed through it twice on the way there and back.
It's a really good city.
It's cool.
Older than
Maybe.
Texas.
Yeah. Okay, let's go through the rest of our quack questions.
Okay, and there's one more. It was from William Bowman, and it was, how was Boomtown, and we answered that too. So,
Mhm.
so today's quack question is from Naya. Hi, Naya. And
Hey.
it's asking, what is our most iconic mistake on stage? So who wants to start
Ooh.
with this one?
I have one.
Go.
One is during Cinderella.
Mm.
I I had this line, and I said, I'll tell you this: anyone that I marry won't be anyone I meet at the ball.
I remember this. This was school day.
And no, it was during our No, it was during our Friday show
Yeah, that was,
on
it was
second
Friday.
weekend, um, and I made it. I think it was Travis who made a joke about it, and it got stuck in my head. So I almost said on stage, I could tell you this: anyone that I meet, it won't be anyone that I marry at the ball. And I thought that was really funny. And then I think
heard it.
I already answered mine with the dress in Tarzan, which was really good. Oh,
Awesome.
I have one more, but it's really short. Amanda had to set my my robe down like by the by the
goodness.
wooden plank, and somebody walking on to be the hero stepped on my glasses, and one of the lenses like bent. So I came off from I'm doing my quick change, and my glasses looked a bit like this. If you're watching on YouTube, they're but if you're on Spotify or wherever, they were slanted. So the audience starts laughing. I'm like, oh, what's wrong? Oh shoot! So I take my glasses off and I'm bending them while Ollie is belting their face off. and I'm like, fly, fly, and she's like belting, and then on the last note, I just put my glasses back on.
Just like
So
iconic.
anyway. Yeah. Anyone else want to go next?
That's pretty iconic.
I have a really good one. So this was during Poppins last summer. What happened? So, like there was this point whenever it was like at the end of Let's Go Fly High, Jay and Ziggy's dad.
Yeah, it was Chris.
Yeah, Ziggy or just like Jay and Chris would hold the curtains up to the bombs on stage left, and Jay was like they were both holding up.
Chris would hold the curtains, and I would exhort people, or like exhort. Hello. Sorry, I'm thinking of Expo now. I'm like I would have to like help people exit, like.
Yeah, and so basically like he would hold out his arm like this if you're on YouTube, just like that, and then what I didn't know what this was at first because I'm not formal whatsoever. So what I did is like so he had his arm out like this, and I just looked at him. I was like, fist bump. I just fist bumped him, and it was just like I just died laughing.
I'm like, no, I start laughing, and then we get off stage, and I'm like, hey, Amanda, that's supposed to be an I'm supposed to be like helping you exit, and she's like, oh.
And then literally after that, it's like we started linking arms every so.
Oh yeah, because it was just funny. So I'm like, because she's the last person to go off. So I thought it would make it a really funny bit and like helping other people, and then she goes off, and I'm like, okay, let's go.
It's literally like you were like this, and you're just like, here.
All right, let's go. Bye.
Link on.
All right, anyone go?
Yep.
Anyone else?
I can go.
Chloe.
Yep.
I have two short ones, and they're both from Legally Blonde.
Oh goodness.
So, during what's it called? Blood in the Water, but not the song, but the scene. Of blood in the water. When I'm holding the dog, the dog bit during the matinee on Saturday. The dog bit me because she tried to jump out of her bag. Me and her have beef, I swear. And so, like, I was like, okay, you don't want to be in the bag anymore. I'll put you on the floor. And then so she was just running around on her leash. And then another one, when I have a quick change into my bunny costume, I run on for the party, and as I'm running on and I slam the door, my bunny tail falls off. And everyone's like laughing. Everyone's laughing.
Was it stuck in the door?
No, it was on the floor, and everyone was laughing. And I saw it, and I just picked it up and I put it back on my butt.
I didn't even know that.
Funny. Chloe, when you said it, when I had a quick change, me and Amanda both went ooh because we thought it was a story about the knee.
Oh god!
That was
the knee.
That was the table. Because
I
remember, like I was about to go, and I just see Chloe go, the table just slammed into my knee really hard. I was like, okay,
oh, no.
And then like we were running through like the courtroom scene, and you just like
scene, and we were like, we need to stop.
Like you were just like not able to do anything. We're like, oh shoot, what? That table hit hard. Apparently, okay, that's what just happened.
Scared because I didn't know my lines.
Yeah.
Like just in case. Bro, that's what happened because Travis got sick on opening night, and I'm like, if I have to go on for Emmett, I'm gonna throw hands. Okay, Jack, do you have anything?
Yes.
Was it the mic belt from SpongeBob?
That okay, there's another question. that was like something more related to that one, but no, that's not the one that I'm going for. So, Tuck Everlasting. When I was playing Angus, I don't remember. I don't remember a lot of the plot for some reason, but I just remember that it was like when the man in the yellow hat was like, was that the name of the character?
Man in the yellow
Yeah.
suit.
Man in the yellow
Oh.
suit. I'm thinking of Curious George.
I was like, it's from Curious George.
Of course,
The man in the yellow hat.
the man in the yellow suit. Okay, okay, how about I'll just use real names. When Josh was holding a gun up to Ellie, that part, and
That's
then
a way to
I-
start a
and then-
sentence.
Yeah, I know. And then whatever happened, I just remember that that I was supposed to like run to Ellie to make sure that she was okay. And there was recently fog on the stage, and so I start running, I
Oh.
slip, I fall, and then I get back up. Start running again, I slip and fall again. And then I get to Ellie. So yeah, that's the thing that
I remember
happens.
another funny thing from Tuck Everlasting is on our Saturday night show when Miles is supposed to go on, like Mom, what is happening? And like all this stuff. First scene they're
Yeah.
together again. And Winnie's house just goes on stage. And me and the dude who played Miles just look at each other like, what?
Yeah.
What do we... And he's like, do I go on? Do I wait for them to take it off? What do I do?
Oh wait,
No,
so
so
the
Mel-
question
Melanie, what's- oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was talking about oh, here it is. Okay, so the question, I didn't say the SpongeBob one because someone asked what's the worst stage or costume malfunction you ever had. That's SpongeBob. So that's why I did Tuck
Yeah.
instead.
So,
Well,
Melanie.
Mine, it was during my very first show, which was Newsies. I didn't realize how quick one of my changes was. It wasn't like a quick change, but it was like a go to the dressing room, get changed, go right back, you know?
Yeah.
And I was supposed to be like changing from a nun into a window washer. And I didn't, and I was kind of taking my time because the nun thing was like a lot, like to take off and stuff, and then the
Mhm.
window washer thing was also a lot to put on because I had to put on like a big shirt and a coat and everything. And I forgot my hat. And my hair, since I was playing a boy, my hair was up in like braids that were like pinned very inexpertly. And so I ran around and I ran on stage. And the bad thing is that for that scene, my back was facing the audience the entire scene. So even though I wasn't like the focus, I was just in the background, the audience could see my insanely messy pinned braids the entire time. And I remember the day after that, both the director, Miss Christina, and Miss Lisa, the vocal director, came up to me and were like, "So Melanie, do you have a hat for the window washer scene?" I was like, "Yes, I promise I do. I just didn't wear it that time."
During Newsies, I forgot my hat during the World Will Know. We had to go, finally know, with our hats. And I'm like, oh,
He's like,
shoot.
"Yeah."
And everyone
Yeah.
else had their hat, and I was in the front row. So I'm like, no. And I'm like, oh, wonderful.
No!
No.
I almost
No.
forgot during Susical, I almost forgot the vest I was supposed to wear when I was Horton. Now I did forget it during intermission, but right when I was on stage, like almost ready to go, Savannah runs on stage and is like, "Here, put this on," and it's my vest. I'm like, "Oh my god, I'm not wearing my vest." So I put my vest on as quickly as possible. I get it on, stage opens. So yeah, that
Wow.
happened.
All right. Well, that's it.
Yeah, I mean, okay, yeah. I can't believe
The
I
goose
can't
has quacked.
believe we did this again. Expect the next episode to come out in 10 years. And
No,
I'm just kidding. We're gonna make it a bi-weekly thing as long as possible. However,
Yeah.
our next episode will not be coming out next Monday. It'll come out next Wednesday instead because of Anastasia. You know, we don't want
And
to.
classes.
Yeah. Oh, and also classes. So we don't want people to do strike, come home and record a podcast.
No.
So Yeah, we're not gonna do that, but also come and see Anastasia.
Yeah, come
next
see
week,
Anastasia.
next week starts tomorrow. What are the show
I'm-
dates? I can't think right now what they are.
Anastasia opens November 10th through the 12th, and we have our second weekend November 17th through the 19th.
Yeah, come
Okay.
see Jared's Love
I
and
am
me.
going there. I'm driving 7 hours to see it, so it better be good.
It's
Me
great.
too. It better be good.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
come
better
see
be really good.
Anastasia,
With the amount of
Amanda,
gas I'm about to pay for.
Amanda is playing Countess Gregory, and she also has like lines in my office, and I'm playing Gleb.
Oh yeah, I'm also
So-
Comrade
Cool.
3, which means I'm just. But there's no Comrade 1 or 2, so just assume that I am 3 comrades in a trench coat. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Before we finish, I'm gonna take a picture for the gram.
Yeah.
All right.
Take a
All
picture of the
right.
gram.
Everyone say. Oh wait. How about I actually get everybody in the shot? All right. Everyone say cheese.
Cheese.
Okay. All right.
I'm the only
Thank you,
one
Melanie,
who
for
says-
following instructions.
I'm so
Everyone say
excited.
quack, guys.
Quack. Yeah.
All right. So that concludes
Okay.
our first episode.
That
Fun.
concludes the first episode of season 2. Thank you guys for coming on. We really do appreciate it. And yeah, thanks guys for listening. Bye.
Bye.